Hello guys, welcome to the Trading Focus once again. Hope everyone is doing good. So welcome to the pre-market analysis and trading ideas as we are getting prepared for the market open. So we are going to talk about the prediction of gold, GBP GPY, Euro USD, GBP USD and dollar index. So now get ready, and then we want to see how can we make money this week. So let's now start from Euro USD and GBP USD. Okay, so you can see now from this is gold, we have performed very well last week. So we need to focus on that so that we can get better results even this week. Okay, let's start from Euro USD. So we struggled so much as we are trying to we are expecting the market to move down. Then the market continued trying to move up. So we are into areas where we're expecting the market to go up or down. That's what we are going to see now and mark where we can focus on as this week. Okay, so let's see. Let's start from the higher time frame. Okay, let's start from the daily time frame. Remember, we talked about the bearish reversal. We are started from this area, but now we have been trying to move up from the downside. Okay, let's do this. This was the lower low by breaking the previous low, lower high to the lower low to the lower high. So from this area, we were expecting the lower low. So now, instead of making a lower low, we have a low from this area. We don't know. So this is what we're expecting. As long as we're expecting a reversal to the downside, we have to continue with that progress. So then, now from this area, we can see what happened even before. We can expect the same. Okay. Do you see this low, this one? Maybe it's gonna be like the same as this one, but we have to make sure that we have the facts. That's why we are going to move to the lower time frame to see where can we even expect to be taking a sell from, or we can wait until we start breaking down this side so that we can start creating a lower low. Then from the lower high, that's where we are going to be taking a sell from. So let's move to the lower time frame and see what we can do to get more opportunities to make a sell. Okay, for our time frame, so the market is rejecting from this area, this one. Okay, this is an area where we are rejecting from. So can we buy? No, there's no reason of buying as long as we are still below these areas. This one, you can see. So we have so many distractions from the left hand side. So what can we expect from this side? So if we stay below this area, we are still expecting the market to move down, but also from the downside, we created a stronger lows where we can start the pullback. So if we continue with this pullback, where are we going to be targeting? We can expect the market to go back to this area, but trade what you see, not what you think. We're in the downtrend, but we have to make sure also we are not in the deep pullback from the downside to the upside. That's why as long as we are still below this area, we need to move to the lower time frame and see if we can get some facts that the market is going to move down. So we're rejecting from this area. This happened also before. This is how Euro USD move. You can see this scenario from this area where we were expecting the market also continue moving up, and then from this area we reject and move down. Even before that, this is what happened. You can see from this area, this scenario, you see this one is the same as what we are facing from this area here. So that's why we can't we can't think about buying from this area as long as we are staying below this area. Okay, so now what are we looking for? What am I looking for from my side is that if, as you can see, we are rejecting from this area. Okay, so if we stay below this area, I'm gonna be looking for this. I'm gonna be looking for internal retracement. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. If the market breaks below this area, I'm gonna try to take a trade by expecting the market to continue moving down. Okay, and start targeting these areas. So this will be, okay, low to the high, to the low, to the high. This is like a fake out, so I will be focusing on this. Someone will be saying, okay, this is adjustments from this area. It's okay, I'll be focusing on internal area from this area. So I will be entering for sale from this area. So that's what I'm looking for from Euro USD, as I'm expecting the market to continue moving down, even if we are still struggling with the pullbacks. So from the 30 minutes, the same scenario, we are looking for a stronger move down to this area, lower low from this area, lower low from this area, then from the lower high, that's where I'm going to be looking for taking a sell from this area by expecting the market to continue moving down. So on the other side, from GBP USD, let's take a look on that. Also again, starting from the higher time frame, this is, okay, these are the trade that we took our previous month. So now we are still in the downtrend, as you can see from this area. Okay, so since we are in the downtrend, we have to make sure that we have some area where we can expect to take a sell from. Okay, better entries or better areas to take a sell from. So now we talked about this area. This is a very strong area. This area, if we can make adjustment from this area, we can continue moving down, or we can take a sell from that area. But also we can also stay around this area, which we are going to take a look from the lower time frame, so that we can see some facts that we are going to move down or to continue in the downside. So let's take a look from the lower time frame, H4. Now we have some kind of lower high. Okay, let's say this is lower low to the lower high. Okay, to continue with the lower low. That's why this area is very stronger. So maybe the market can even reject from this area and continue moving down without breaking higher, its previous higher from this area, so that we can move down from that area. So let's check from the left hand side where we rejected from. Okay, so let me use this line. Gonna use this line and see where we rejected from. This is for our time frame, so rejected from this area. Okay, if we stay below this area, are we going to sell? Okay, I cannot sell around this area. I need more confirmation. So this is not a stronger retracement from this area. The stronger retracement will be around this area. Let's move to the lower time frame, and I'm gonna be checking again with the big picture of the market. So now this looks perfect, but from the left hand side I want to check. Okay, so we have this area, this one. Okay, let me show you what I'm looking for now. We have this candlestick, this one, this pin bar. Okay, that's where we made a retracement from. Okay, we have also this internal low as a support from this area. That's where we made that retracement from. Okay, I'm gonna take this all the way to where we rejected from. Okay, so that's where we rejected from. Even Okay, so now can we stay below this area so that we can create another new structure around this area, as we started already from this area, so that we can now expect the market to go back on the downtrend? So that's what we have to make sure that we have some better ideas. Okay, so now we have an equal high around this area. We have internal area, which I like, from GBP USD and Euro USD. So these internal areas, this one, if we can, okay, so this is a better idea to go for sale. If we can create a lower low, better to even break below this area, then from around this area, I'm going to be looking for sale. So if we can continue moving down. Okay, so how? So the target will be around this area, because I want to be careful about GBP USD, because we have some high probability that if we don't close some amount or some profit, if we decide to take a sell from this area, we have to make sure that we have some kind of securing profit around these areas, because the market could move down, okay, and then we start creating higher highs and higher low, so that we can target this area. Then from this area, as we talked about as a strong high, we can move from that area to continue in the downtrend. So that's why from tomorrow, okay, so I'm looking for sale around this area, but I will be careful about these lows, as long as we still have a stronger high, which is imbalance area, this one. So I'm looking for sale from around those areas, so that we can expect the market to make a move down and continue in the downside from around this area. Okay, so now let's move to GBP. Okay, before GBP, GPY, let me also talk about gold before we move to the DXY. Okay, gold. We have been buying from the last week, so I think everyone has made money from this signal, this opportunity, this setup that we did on the live. Okay, you can see now we're expecting the market to continue moving up. Okay, so remember this area. Remember we talked about this. Okay, as long as we are above this area, we are still expecting the market to continue moving up. And then we also talked about, as long as we are staying above this area, this one, we talked about this one from the last pre-market analysis video on the trading Empire Sierra 7, that we are going to still looking for buy, as the market we are expecting to continue moving up. That's what happened. We continued taking some opportunities to buy above this area. So from the lower time frame, checking from 1 hour time frame, okay, you can see that we moved so well by creating lows and high as we are continuing moving up. Remember, we had on Friday, we got bank holiday in USA. That's why the market was ranging around this area, but we end up continue moving up. So now, what are we expecting next week? Are we going to continue buying, or we are expecting a market to change the direction to the downside? That's what we are going to start from the higher time frame. For our time frame, I'm gonna remove everything. Okay, this is our setup before, where we are targeting this area. Let me check from the other one. Okay, same as this one. So now let's use which one among of these. Gonna use this one. So we go to the target from around this area. So let's move everything, the daily time frame. So let me just make it simple. We are still above this area. we are still above also this area. Okay, we are still above also this area, this one. Okay, we need to keep buying above this area. So our focus is going to be this one, as we are expecting the market to continue even higher above the previous high, this one. So but the target from the next week will be around this area that we are going to be taking a look from the lower time frame. Okay, so now from the lower time frame, this is for our time frame. We have this low, this one, which is better to buy from if the market make a retracement from there. Okay, now from left hand side, as you can see from this area, we can make a reaction from that, but we need a retracement around this area. This is what from H4. From 1 hour time frame, what do we have? We have the market that is continue moving up. Okay, so from the candlesticks, okay, so around this area, that's why we are expecting a stronger pullback. If we get a stronger pullback from this area, that's where we are going to be looking for buy from. Okay, and also again, moving to the lower time frame, 30 minutes, we can also get some opportunity to keep buying around those areas. So this is a low, better low to buy from. This is another area to take a buy from, this one. Okay, we also have this area to take a buy from, as we're expecting the market to continue moving up. So as long as we are creating an imbalance areas, I'm talking about like this area, this one, because we didn't make a retracement from this area, that's why this area is imbalanced. And also if we stay above this area and buy from around this area or this area, we have to make sure that we secure some amount, or we are not going to target a long distance of the market. So we need to make sure that as long as we buy from this area, remember you have also, we can move up and create a deep pullback to buy from this area and the market to continue moving up. So that's why you have to be careful as long as you are buying from the small pullback. So the target still the same, we are still targeting around these areas. This is 430.61, and also let me check where, and even from this is 4253. Okay, so that is our target now. Yes, now our target is around this area. From next week, we have to make sure that we are buying from better areas. So we are going to be live here from tomorrow. This is an hour coming. That's where we are going to be taking some opportunities from the live chat. Don't worry about gold, we'll be there. So let's move to DXY. Okay, so DXY, it was confusing from last week. Let me start from the daily time frame. We're expecting the market to move up. We are in the uptrend, or we started an uptrend. So you can see that we have high highs and high lows. We're expecting the market to continue moving up. We are targeting at least around these areas. Let's say about this area. Okay, so even this area, this one, okay, that is our target. So we're expecting the market to continue moving up. As you can see, we have higher high to the higher low, higher high to the higher low, high high to the higher low, to continue with the higher high. This is a higher high because this is higher than the previous high. Okay, so now we are going to look on how can we buy from around this area. Remember, the reason why we like to predict DXY or dollar index is because that we have dollar in gold, we have dollar also in Euro USD and GBP USD. That's why they have relationship, so that we have to make sure that we understand how the market is moving from dollar index. So now for our time frame, Okay, so for our time frame, we have this area. Let me just change it into this. Okay, we have the market that is making a tracement around this area, I think. Okay, this one. Let me check from the candlesticks. Okay, not that one. This area. Okay, so that's where the market is now. If I was someone who waiting for buy, I will be taking a buy from this area. But to make sure that I'm confident to take a buy from this area, I need the market to first continue making a higher high. Sorry. Okay. Higher high to the higher low. Then from the higher low, that's where I'm going to be taking a buy from. From where? Maybe from around this area, this internal area. I'm going to be taking a buy from this area because we have seen this scenario before where we are moving around from where? I don't remember, but this scenario from DXY is the same. 1 hour time frame, that's what we are looking for also. If we create a higher high, then from the higher low, we are going to be looking for buy around these areas. So DXY, we are still expecting DXY to continue moving up. So the last one will be GBP-GPY. Okay, we got to the target from the previous setup that we had. And then now we are still expecting the market to continue in the uptrend. Daily time frame, let's start from there. Okay, we also got above our target, this one. Okay, then now we are going to focus above this area, this one. Okay, so let's also go back a little bit from a little higher from the higher time frame 1 month to check from another target. Okay, remember we have this area. Let's also focus on that. For our time frame, what do we have? Okay, for our time frame, we have this area as an imbalanced area, but I want to check it from the even more from the lower time frame. Okay, we made a retracement from around that area. Okay, this is an area to take a buy from. Line chart. Okay, so from the candlestick, this is an imbalanced area. So what am I expecting from this one? Okay, I'm waiting for buy from, if the market create a low from this area, I will be looking for buy around that area. Or if the market continue from where we are now upside, I'm going to be looking for a new structure by creating higher highs to the higher lows. Then from around those higher lows, that's why I'm going to be looking for buy from those areas. So I'm still looking for buy from the GBP GPY from around this area, or also we can even create the pullback where we can create an equal lows from around these areas. So I will be still looking for buy above this line. Okay, that's what I'm looking for from GBP GPY. So guys, thank you so much for your time. Remember to subscribe on the channel. Be there live from tomorrow on gold live, where we can take some opportunities and we can make money in the market. Thank you so much for your time. Until next time, take care and be safe.